we were talking before the podcast about what happened. So today is what's today's date? Today is the 22nd, which is a Friday.
It's actually the 25th. It's a Monday, and normally I do this little intro thing, but I'm not going to do the intro today. So I'm Jacob. I watch videos on YouTube, and I really hope that you're having a good day. Does anybody else think that it's very funny that he said he wasn't going to intro the video, and in the process of saying that he's not going to intro the video, he then introed the video? It's not really that funny, honestly.
And just yesterday, Chapelle's show got canceled.
Yeah.
In Minneapolis.
Yeah.
In a venue that did Prince own it?
I think that was the Purple Rain venue.
Joe Rogan's great at setting up a conversation.
I think that was like synonymous with Prince.
Right, with Prince.
Yeah, I think it was called First Ave.
And something happened where these people decided that Chapelle is problematic or transphobic or what have you. And so the venue, at the last minute, like a couple of hours before the show, canceled his performance.
Yeah.
And he had to move it to the Varsity Theater.
Yeah.
And there was protests. And, and you said one of your buddies was there?
Yeah, one of my buddies went. So they moved it to this other theater.
He's great at setting up conversations.
And first of all, the reason why the venue canceled is because all the people that work there threatened to not go to work. That's what I'm hearing. So it's not like they felt like this, never-ending urge to protect the community. Right. They wanted Chappelle. Everybody wants Chappelle at the venue, but if everybody is at the venue is going, I'm not going to work, then you can't exactly have a show.
Andrew Schultz is great at making fun of stuff because he makes fun of everybody equally. But that's a side note. I do think that it's worth noting that
for you activists out there
that are trying to continue this whole cancel culture thing, if you get your job to cancel their show
the day of,
the artist still gets paid. That venue still had to pay Dave. He got paid to do a show that he didn't have to do. And then he went across town and did a show at another venue.
Probably sold it out.
And got paid twice. So I think that if you're going to try to stop the man's business and that's how you're going to stick it to him, you should plan ahead. Just plan in advance next time, guys.
So they do it at the other show, this other venue, and then the protesters went to the other venue and were kind of I don't know, for lack of a better term, harassing the people that were going to go to the actual show. And my buddy went there, and they were trying to fight him. And he wasn't even going to the show. He was going to see what was happening. He wasn't part of an anti-protest type thing. And
did he make a video?
No, but he's a Somali kid, right? I want to get you this.
Red Band sent me a video.
Yeah, show me. What, of the eggs? Where the guy was going to throw the eggs and he got that shit kicked out of his hand?
Here, I haven't seen it, so we'll see it for the first time together.
But look at this real quick before you play the video, right? So a guy found out, one of the guys who was protesting was trying to fight him and fuck him up, found out who he was and then sends him a message, right? And the guy's name is Anthony, and he has his pronouns he and they in the bio.
He and they.
Yeah, he and they.
Oh, sometimes I'm a they.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'm a he.
And if you get it wrong.
Yeah, don't get it wrong.
You're a bigot.
Yeah, you fucking piece of shit.
So he goes, hey, Abdi, I've talked with others who are there and closer to you now that the picture has become clearer. I'm very sorry that the white guy started off the whole escalation and caused a bunch of bad assumptions. This is 100% why, as a cis white guy, I choose to follow the directions of the activists/organizers on the ground instead of taking the lead. I'm there to support. It bothers me a lot that white guys do this and leave other people to pick up the mess. I'm going to delete my replies because they didn't pick up on what was actually happening. I see your byline and MSR and Sahan Journal and look forward to reading some of your pieces. Hope our next meeting is more peaceful. Good night.
Did he punch him?
I don't know.
Why did he say more peaceful? What did he do to him?
I guess they were just beefing.
So this cis white guy, Anthony, is the nicest guy in the world. Shout out you, Anthony. Protest is cool. Be a protester. If you want to protest, if you feel like you care enough about something to stand outside a building and yell at people, do whatever you want. I don't even care. But be nice like Anthony. You should be nice like Anthony. Shout out Anthony. No, I wholeheartedly agree. Anthony is the nicest person in the world. You should be like Anthony.
This is the video that Red Band sent me. It says trans activists protesting outside a sold-out Chapelle show in Minneapolis. So let's play it and hear what they have to say. Oh, we have to
We're leftists. We know that shit.
Queer phobes go home.
Yeah, we
It's a pretty heated. It's a pretty heated protest.
Oh my God. A lot of hostility out here.
But the police are there, so like
People
nothing too bad
that are
can occur.
hostile. It's a small amount. It seems like there's like, if you're watching this, it seems like there's probably like 12 or 4. Well, I don't know. It's hard to see the.
Who knows?
Yeah. But the thing about Chappelle's special that drives me crazy, and this is one of the things that drives me crazy about cancel culture, air quotes, outrage culture, I should say, is that people don't know the full story and they protest and they get crazy and they have a narrative that they've either read or they've seen, and then they just adopt that narrative and they run with it. And the narrative is that his special was transphobic.
They kind of fill in the rest.
That special was not transphobic at all. It's essentially a love letter to a friend who committed suicide.
I think that depends on your definition of transphobia. I've talked.
So I disagree a little bit with what Joe just said and agree a little bit with what Joe just said. I do think that Dave Chappelle is like probably a little transphobic. I don't know. The man's like 60 years old.
Not to say that it's okay to be transphobic if you're 60 years old.
But I'm sure he is familiar with a period of time where being transphobic is more culturally appropriate. That being said, though, if you think that Dave Chappelle is a 100% a transphobic and you haven't seen minutes 55 to the end of the closer stand-up, you don't have to watch the whole thing. You probably hate the man, but if you hate the man because of the situation, you should watch minutes 55 and 5 seconds to like the end of the special. He tells a very telling story about his friend that committed suicide. I wouldn't say that it's a love letter. I think that's a little exaggerative. But I would say that he said some very kind things about a particular situation and a particular relationship that he had with a trans woman. And I think that you would probably enjoy it, and maybe it would help your vision on this man. Not to say that you're going to love him after it, but maybe you could understand him a little bit better and then help people like him understand you a little bit better. You know what I'm saying? Empathy. Be empathetic about the situation and you'll get what you want quicker. I probably glossed over what Homeboy just said, but if you're empathetic about what you want, right? If you concede a part of something, if you understand how what you're asking for stresses the person you're asking for it from, and you can relay the information that you're asking for in a way that makes sense to them by being empathetic to their struggles, then you can oftentimes make it very easy upon yourself to get what you're asking for. And that's just some respect, honestly. Like, y'all are just asking for respect, but you got to respect people to get respect. So listen to what he has to say, and maybe he'll listen to what you have to say. And maybe I'm wrong, but maybe you should just try it.
Talk to some trans people about this, and they feel if you do not believe that they are the gender that they identify as, if you believe that they're not that is considered transphobic. So, for example, in the special, he's like, I don't believe that you're a woman. I don't hate you, but I don't believe you're a woman.
Did he say that?
Something to that extent. I don't want to mess up the exact words.
I think he said
that he never said that.
The gender, I don't know.
Or gender's a science or something, whatever. Right. I don't want to mess it up. Sorry if I didn't get exactly right. But I think the sentiment was like, yo, if you got a penis,
he did say gender
it's not
was a
the
science.
same thing as a woman. I think trans women go, yeah, we know that. Like, no trans women I've spoken to is like, yeah, I understand, like, biologically I'm not a fucking woman. I get it. But inside I feel like a woman.
Right.
And what is inside, I guess, matters, is
Here's
what
the
they're
question.
saying.
How do they know if they feel like a woman?
So, I think that the question from the end from Joe Rogan is kind of mean. Might be a mean question. You know, if you don't feel like a man. As a man, I can tell you that I feel like I belong as a man. Like, I feel like I belong with men. I like hanging out with women. Most of my friends are women. I often associate with women more than men, but I definitely feel like a man, and I love being a man, and I don't want to be a woman. So I feel like if there was a thought in my mind that maybe I wanted to be a woman and I would be more happy as a woman, I feel like that I would probably tap into that a little bit. But I don't personally feel that way, but I feel like I would know, I feel like that's a mean question from Joe. But if you haven't actually watched him deliver the material, then how do you know he's transphobic? Because somebody else said that he was? I think that's mean. It's mean to take money out of that man's pocket and prevent him from feeding his children because somebody told you that he was something that he's probably not. I'm from the American South, and I grew up with a lot of racist people, and I don't know a single racist person that has a black friend. So I would probably suggest that Dave's probably not transphobic because he had a trans friend. But I don't really know anything about transphobia. I don't really know anything about anything, but I do know something about empathy because it's something that I've worked really hard to understand. And I think that if you're just a little empathetic about the situation, you'll just take 20 minutes and watch 55 minutes and 5 seconds of that stand-up special that I previously mentioned to the end. And he says a lot of stuff, and he doesn't really say anything too mean. And he apologizes, and he's calling for a truce, but it doesn't seem like he's getting the same respect that you're asking for. And so I really think that he deserves that, honestly. I'm just a heterosexual white guy, so I don't really know anything about that. But I do know a little bit about struggle, and I do understand that if you lead with your human experience, it often is easy for another person to receive your human experience. And that's really what empathy is, But I don't know. I'm going to quit rambling about it, and I hope that you have a good day. And I hope that tomorrow or today or whenever you see this video, I hope that you actively decide to be nice to somebody about something. Peace out.